Hi gang, thanks if you for joining in for watching. Today I'm gonna show you a little bit something different. I took the time I am at home and um, made another animation, and since I don't wanna just have a 1 minute video with the animation and me yapping about it, I showing you in the studio the animation scene. Um, and show you a little bit of how I'm doing this, what I'm doing, and in the end I'll add the clip. It's just 3 seconds, but as you can, as you will see in a few minutes, um, these 3 seconds are about 90 frames. So with this dash again in the middle, you have the viewport. You can already see I worked with lightning. For better viewability, I will just delete the spotlight. So this is the figure I animated, and
Microphone muted. Sound muted.
shouldn't forget that. Yeah, down here you see the timeline, which is a timeline of view frames. I can edit here how many frames I have, how many frames per second I have, etc. You can also see these black triangles. The software works like this. I choose these frames. For example, I choose frame number 10, and I edit the figure. So at frame 0, where we start, this is the base model. So this is the starting point. This is how the animation starts in the beginning. This is the first frame, the first thing you see. And then when I go to 10, you can see the figure has moved. So the eyes are closed, the mouth is closed, the hands have moved to the bottom, to the breasts. Yeah, that's about everything that changed. So I basically jumped from 0 to 10 and did all the changes manually. So I clicked on the face, posing, pose controls, had eyes, and I scrolled down and did eyes closed. Bam. And then I used the elbows and used here twist and front and back and bend to move the hand from the top to the breasts, from the collarbone to the breast, basically, from the shoulder to the breast. Anyhow, I then use this and create a keynote, which means this frame number 10, is a fixed frame on which what the program uses, and then it automatically fills all the frames in between. So this is number 1, and he knows, okay, eyes are open, 0% closed, eyes are closed 100%. I have 9 frames, so basically on every frame he closes them by 10% and moves the arms down at the same interval. So basically 10% of between 0 and frame 10. So he autofills the movement in between. So right here, between on 12 and 13, I had to adjust the hands because they were clipping through the body. So as you can see, she opens her eyes again, the hands move down the hip moves down. And another interesting thing is you can see the pin. Let me scroll in for you. You see this little pin here, right? So the foot is pinned in translation, which means the foot can't move on either of the three axes, neither the green, the red, or the blue one. So when you saw my first animation, I didn't know this was possible. I just looked it up or tried it out for this one. So lots of my work is trial and error, as you know. Yeah, but I basically just pinned the foot so it doesn't move. And I also pinned for most of the part, I pinned the other foot. I unpinned it around I think about here, around on frame 40. So I basically, this is the animation. You will see it much more fluid. As you can see, between frame 85 and frame 90 nothing happens, because I just wanted for the viewer, for you to have even if it's just a part of a second, you have a finished picture. You have basically the finished movement. Then you have 5 frames, which is about 1/6 of a second, still with the end result. So this is the whole animation. As you can see, it's 90 frames, of which I animated, I think 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, 19, yes. So I animated 19 frames by hand. Here's a little tip: if you have pinned, for example, the foot, and you want to move the hip, you don't use the pelvis, you click on the hip, and then you use the arrows because, as you can see, the foot doesn't move, but the rest of it does. So, and yeah, I can overdo it, but you will try as long as possible to keep the foot at the coordinates. And I can also pin it in rotation, which means the foot will, as long as possible, not rotate. So neither neither bend, nor move to the side, nor twist. So yeah, I used that so I can basically do this hip movement and have her kneel down without the foot moving too much. I realize now I should have maybe at point 55, around that, moved the foot outward a bit so it moves under the knee. Yeah, I also had to take care of the face. I actually did most of the arms, most of the arms and the leg parts, and edited the face later. So I did most of this, and I think around 70 I started looking at it, and then editing the face with closing and opening eyes and moving the mouth. But yeah, that's about it. And already saying thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this. Consider checking out my Patreon. It's in the channel description, I think. This is the link. yeah, you can also find me under the same name, Meister Murloc. So I uploaded the animation as a GIF there if you want to save it, or yeah, you can redistribute it. Just credit me, please. That's all I ask. Or link the people this video or my Patreon page, whatever works for you. Thanks for watching. Here comes the clip now, and goodbye.